For today's project, we're going to need a bucket or a bowl that has some designs on it. Don't worry, this one's got holes in it, but that's not going to be a problem. We're going to take some tape and we're going to cover all these holes up. It's very important that when you lay the tape, just do it in little pieces. You're not going to want to just cover the whole thing. Push it on there pretty good. Don't worry about what it looks like. That's not going to be our concern. All we want to do is make sure that none of our concrete is going to leak out of the bowl. So once you get all that tape on there, go ahead and flip it over. Make sure everything's color. Turn it back over again. We're going to look for any daylight. If we don't see any, we're good to go. Now we're going to get some quick setting cement. Set it down. Pour a little bit of water in first. Now we're going to put some pigment in that. It doesn't take much, just a little bit. Watch this. That's all you need right there. Take that bucket and swirl it around and get all that water mixed in there. You're going to see a lot of dust here. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. So go ahead and put that concrete in. I've got some gloves, so that way I can just mix it by hand. That way I can check the consistency, make sure it's about pancake batter. And now for a 60-second break for a word from our sponsors. If you are like me and my family, dinner time can be, well, a chore at times. This is why I have turned to Green Chef, a CCOF certified organic meal company that helps you cook clean, delicious dinners week after week with step-by-step recipes that are pre-measured. They send nutritious, approved recipes that are good for you and packed with flavor, so I don't have to worry about meal planning or grocery shopping. Ingredients come pre-portioned and often pre-chopped with sauces pre-made in-house. It can't get much easier. Green Chef has tons of delicious, nutritious recipes with clean ingredients like organic fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. They also limit processed ingredients and don't use artificial colors or sweeteners. With their new quick and easy recipes, I feel like I can prioritize my health and get a quality dinner on the table every night in about 25 minutes or less. Now that I have Green Chef, getting into a clean eating routine and building a clean eating habit has never been easier. If you would like to try out Green Chef and transform dinner time for you and your family, use my code HOMETALK50 to get 50% off plus free shipping. Go to greenchef.com for more details. Now, back to our video. Once you get it all mixed up, just start putting in your bowl with all the tape on the edge. Just set it in there, and once you get it, go ahead and start wiping it around the sides. We're going to go ahead and fill those holes now. It's easier to do when you got a little bit in. Keep going until you get about roughly 2 to 3 inches on the bottom of concrete. Again, keep mixing all the way around the sides. That's going to give it a little bit strength. It's almost like we got a bowl within a bowl. Once we get all of that mixed in, it's time to mix a new color, and this one's going to be gray. We're going to do it exactly the same as the red. Mix it in, swirl, add a little bit more water, and then we're going to add some concrete. Put the last bit in there. Once it's mixed up, go ahead and pour the whole thing right inside our bowl. Once you get a lot of that poured right on in, we're going to grab us a cheap little bowl and we're going to smash it down in there. That's going to give our cavity that we need for putting in potting soil or our plant. Once you get it in, let's just go ahead and smooth it out. It's going to get rid of any air bubbles, but we need to make sure it's full. Add a little bit more of that concrete. And then I grabbed an oversized popsicle stick, and it's almost like putting icing on a cake. We're going to smooth that out because this is going to be our top. We want it to look good. So take our little stick, anything you got. Also clean up the sides. You're going to have a lot less cracking if we make sure our bowl sides are cleaned up. Once it dries for a few hours, pop that little bowl out of the middle. Don't worry if there's little cavities, that's fine. Now we're going to turn it over and we're going to take all this tape off. Some of that concrete might stick to the tape. That's normal. Just let it go. Now work it around and pull that bowl off and look at that. What a wonderful template that made. Look at all those little designs. Now it's time to plan it, put our plan in, and display it. Now this can be used for indoor or outdoor because it's made of concrete, but I love the two-tone color to it. It's better to mix it that way instead of painting. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did and gave you some inspiration for your own DIY concrete planner. Thank you for watching Home Talk, and we'll catch you next time.